5 games this week. You get the first one. Just thoughts on the 6-3 win.
1-0, clean game. Tremendous defense by Carter Garrotti. Had some clutch swings by Mason DeVille. Another home run and a sac fly was tremendous. And then just some other good situational type at-bats to be able to score guys. The bullpen I thought was really good to be able to go Stokes to Santiago after, Umlaut did his job. Great to have the lefty out there too, Toby Twist, getting the ball, first time after an injury and getting him back in the mix. I think it's going to be really helpful moving down the stretch.
What was his reaction to kind of finding out that he was going to get to see the mound for the first time this season?
Well, he's been seeing the mound in all of our scrimmages and stuff like that, so it's not, just in a game, his reaction probably, he was pretty excited, right? I can just imagine, you go through a deal where you can't pitch for a long time, and then you get a chance to pitch, probably pretty excited.
What would you like from the guys who were in different spots today, Drew in center field, Parker in right field, and Cohen at catcher?
Well, Cohen did a nice job behind the plate, got a good swing off early in the game for a double. I think he scored later after that. Parker did well when we were at Michigan State. He had 3 at-bats, 2 of them were really good, and so I really wanted to see a little bit more Parker. And who was the other guy you said?
Just Drew in center field, a different spot for him.
Yeah, those guys are all interchangeable in the outfield. I don't really care who plays where. Drew's fast, he can run ball down, and he's just been a really good player for us.
Mason DH in the last 4 games was still being productive. What kind of went into the role change there?
That's something I don't want to get into.
Overall, Toby gets roughed up a little bit, but strikes out the first guy he faces. Was kind of the plan to go an inning? Was it a pitch count thing?
It was just a straight pitch count thing with Toby. First time out on the mound.
Anson's really starting to get hot. Homers in his last 3. How different is this team when he's hitting?
Well, we need to get the offense really going. We didn't really swing the bat great tonight. Maybe tomorrow will be the night. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of a hangover from, long trip getting back from Michigan, East Coast time zone, and now we play on a Tuesday right quick. I don't know. I hope that's probably the case, and one more night of sleep, and we'll see the best version of us tomorrow offensively. But I thought we played well, and it's good to win.
Made some nice defensive plays. Carter had one, Jacob had one, Ryan had a couple. How does being good on defense help you on maybe not swinging the bat as well?
Well, it's tremendous. You got to keep the runs off the board too, and Carter did that at the end of the game. Jacob with that play, at the end of the game to be able to go with a 3 double play on their best hitter, Madrigal. That was huge. He's so good over at first base. Jacob Walsh is. And the defense was spot on tonight.
You have a lot of respect for West Coast teams. What does it mean?
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, people don't get it. Like there's really good baseball on the West Coast, and they grumble about RPI and this, that, and the other, and you just go shoot. These guys, every club that we've played, I've heard about RPI this, RPI that, and yet 2 of the teams that we played in non-conference, we played 4 teams in non-conference, Oregon State one of them, and the other 3 teams were 2 teams that are winning their league. And our non-conference strength of schedule is now hanging around 10 in the country. I think that's a credit to a lot of West Coast schools. These guys are good, and they're hanging around the middle part of their league. It's hard out here on the West Coast, and there's really good people and really good players. And I think that's why the Southeastern Conference and maybe some of the other leagues have tried to hijack a lot of West Coast kids to go out there to that part of the country because they see how good the baseball is out here.
What is it specifically with West Coast baseball? Is it a different brand, or is it just?
I don't know. There's just a lot of good players. There's a lot of good teachers. Not saying there aren't in other parts of the country. Just know that, my career's been all over the country, I guess. But my time that I spent on the West Coast, I have a lot of respect for all the coaches out here. Coach Valenzuela for St. Mary's is a tremendous coach.